There is not a single calamity of any kind that ever strikes you in the earth nor inside of yourselves, except that it is in a book that we have already declared it in. That is certainly easy for Allah to do.
The volcano in Iceland that happened over 100 years ago that wiped out 1/5 of the population of Iceland. And he said at that time the central question of the Icelanders was, what have we done? He said that was what they were asking themselves, what have we done?
If Allah is going to punish a person, what they did to deserve that has to be really, really, really evil. It has to be really evil. Because we believe God is just, and we believe the punishment of God is fitting and deserving.
In the very next ayat, he says, not a single calamity will strike you in the earth and not inside yourselves, except that Allah has decreed it.
Allazi khalaqal mauta wal hayata. It is Allah who has created death and life to test which of you is good in deeds. This life is a test for the hereafter. Allah is testing who is good and who is bad. Now, whenever any calamity takes place, in the Islamic Sharia, in the Islamic principle, if any calamity takes place, it can be two things. Either it is a test for the people or it's a punishment. For those people who are bad, for disobey Allah, it's a punishment. For the others, it's a test. To whom the test is taking place, the person may be good or bad. So it's either test or a punishment.
Whenever I was on the Arabian Peninsula with my family, walking on the beach, and I came upon people in a public beach having intercourse. In a public beach on the Arabian Peninsula. I'm not making this up. This is the level of fasad that is happening on our planet.
There are sometimes certain actions that we engage in that earn the wrath of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, His anger and His curse and His punishment. And it is important that we realize that the Quran has addressed us as well as all mankind regarding the anger and wrath of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The idea of that is for us to take heed. We must make sure we are not engaged in those type of deeds.